Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny, here with a video on the absolute best way to prepare for the Rise of Iron. I have seen quite a few videos out there talking about ways you can prepare for Rise of Iron, but I have felt that none of them really gets everything in them. Some of them are from like 3 months ago. Some of them don't cover all the content. So my goal here is to cover everything that you can possibly do. I'm talking everything you can possibly do to get ready to prepare for Rise of Iron. If you feel like I've missed something, leave that in the comments section below. I'd be glad to add it, guys. And if you like something in this video or find it to be helpful, a positive rating is going to be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny Rise of Iron content. I'm going to be covering everything, including the launch. I'm going to be covering all the new exotics that you can get, all the new things you can get in Destiny Rise of Iron, and more. So with that, guys, let's get started. This first one may seem a little bit simple, but if you haven't done something in Year 2 Destiny, say for example, you haven't done the King's Fall raid, if you haven't done Mayhem Clash, if you haven't done Challenge of the Elders, if you haven't done one of those activities or done something in PvP, go check that out first. If you're having problems finding a raid team, check out DestinyLFG.net or .com. Come to my Twitch live streams. I bring people through all the time and help people get raids done, whether they're King's Fall, Crota's End, Vault of Glass, all those other sort of things. I just ran some Vault of Glass raids last night for kicks and giggles. It was a lot of fun meeting up with some new viewers and stuff like that. So all that information can be down in the description box below. It's essentially twitch.tv/manodestra777, and I can help you at least maybe find a raid team or at least get you in so you can experience Year 2 in Destiny. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you purchase any of the items that you still want from Year 2 vendors. Say, for example, the Crucible Quartermaster, the Vanguard Quartermaster, any of the factions like Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, New Monarchy, anything like that, you're going to want to pick those items up. Like I always recommend people go check out the Hawk Saw from the Crucible Quartermaster. Maybe there's a chest piece you've been having your eye on for a while. Pick those items up now, because when Rise of Iron comes out, the entire vendor supply from every single person is going to be redone. So go pick up those weapons, go pick up that armor, go check it out. I'm going to do a quick video after this telling you which items you should definitely have before you get into Rise of Iron, even if the meta changes. The next thing I want to talk about is how to use your vault space, your inventory space, and your postmaster to your advantage and raise your light level. There are a lot of videos that just say clean out your vault. You just don't need some of that stuff. Don't keep it there. But they don't tell you how to use these things to your advantage. So I'm going to be talking about that. The first thing is your postmaster. Your postmaster is a massive resource for you. It can hold 20 items, whether they're exotics, legendaries, rares, whatever. First thing you want to do is get rid of all your rares. Keep your legendaries and your exotics that get dropped from the Taken King and from these last couple of weeks. Keep them in here. Why? Well, because if you get to the maximum legendary marks that you can possibly have, you're essentially holding on to free legendary marks just sitting in your postmaster. You get them, you collect them, you can use them to buy weapons and armor and different items from different vendors all across the Destiny social spaces. If you only use your vault to your advantage, you're actually missing out on a lot of free legendary marks that you can get. Say, for example, you can get up to, say, for example, if you've got 20 legendaries in each of your postmaster, 20 times 3, you don't even level them up. There's 60 free legendary marks on each of your character. Do that for all 3 characters. There's 180 marks just sitting there waiting for you if you want to pick up a new item. Next up, let's talk exotic engrams. Some of you might be asking, why am I keeping exotic engrams? They're not going to be pulled forward, right? Well, in the latest interview with Game Informer and Bungie employees, we actually have been kept in the dark about this. They asked that question point blank. What happens if we have exotic engrams and we pull them forward? They actually said we're not going to discuss anything with that right now, which leads me to believe there's a possibility that somehow these Year 2 exotic engrams might be pulled forward. Now, it's not a guarantee. This is speculation, but here's the deal. There's no loss of benefit if you hold on to these exotic engrams. Why? Well, if you have these exotic engrams, you can go over to the Cryptarch and boost your reputation over there. You don't lose anything. And exotic engrams are the #1 fast way to boost the reputation of the Cryptarchs. So if you have those exotics, keep them. And then when Rise of Iron comes out, go over to the Cryptarch and decrypt them, and you might get a whole lot of reputation boost from them, and then maybe get some Cryptarch packages, which would be good. Now, in a perfect world, in best case scenario, these exotics would actually pull up to higher light levels, as well as higher, actually possibly Rise of Iron exotics. I don't think they're going to pull forward to Rise of Iron exotics. This is just my thought, but I do think that they are going to give us higher light level items. Like say, for example, it'll decrypt a 340 or a 350 last word, depending on how our light works. I know that that's how the April update expanded upon it, but again, that is just speculation. But there's no downside to keeping those exotics, except for, keeping vault space. So that's my recommendation for you for exotic engrams. Next up, let's talk the vault completely. What are the things you should be looking to keep? What are the things you should be looking to have? You should always be holding on to your motes of light. Don't rank up any more weapons right now, because those motes of light can be used at vendors and all of the social spaces in Destiny to rank up your reputation with them. I think the only exception is Varix and Petra in the Reef. I do believe that you're going to be able to use some of those motes of light at Felwinter Peak for some of the vendors there. If you have Ascendant and Radiant Energy, make sure you go to the speaker and make sure you turn those into motes of light. There are easy ways for you to get Ascendant and Radiant Energy. Just do the Vault of Glass, go do Crota's End, and you can get free motes of light all the time. Motes of light are probably going to be your #1 best benefit in getting packages from all the different vendors and all the different social spaces. In addition, you have to make sure that at some point you start farming for planetary materials. If you have a lot of free legendary marks and you have a lot in your vault and maybe you've got too much, go buy some legendary, go to the Vanguard Quartermaster and buy some planetary materials like, say for example, spin metal, and go buy helium filaments and things like that, and then put them in your vault, because the worst thing that could happen is you get a sweet new gun and you can't level it up because you don't have any planetary materials. In addition, you should be keeping enough strange coins so you can buy things from Zerb, but I would definitely recommend getting as many motes of light as you safely can. Maybe keep 200 strange coins if you've got that. If you don't have that many and maybe you just want to pick up all the exotics from year 2, that's another good idea. But keep as many strange coins as you can, but get as many motes of light as you can as well. In addition, you should make sure that you have plenty of 3 of coins on hand. 3 of coins are going to work exactly how they have been working in Taken King. So go pick those up. It's an easy way to rank up and get those exotics quickly. On the note of keeping motes of light, you should every single day be going and trying to find a Warsat crash or some kind of a public event or a bounty so you can get motes of light from those. If some of you may have forgotten that, but if you do patrol missions and you do certain things like that, you can actually get a lot of awesome motes of light from that every single day. It's a really good idea. In addition, when you are getting Sterling Treasure packages as we're moving forward, every weekly reset, if you get any kind of a reputation booster, whether it be Vanguard, House of Judgment, Crucible, you should be hoarding those. You shouldn't be using those, because that is going to be a great way for you to get your reputation up super fast. Next, let's talk about edging factions. Almost every single video on how to prepare for Rise of Iron covers this, but I have yet to see a video that talks about this particular subject. Many of you know that you can still rank up your reputation even if you have a Crucible package in store. So what you should do is not only edge your factions, you should rank up your factions, get a package, and then keep ranking them up. You can see I'm already ranking up my Crucible reputation. So essentially, you can keep a free package over at the Gunsmith, you can keep a free package over at Varix, you can keep a package over at Ikora Ray or Cade 6, or say for example Commander Zavala, all of the different factions. Not only can you rank up and edge your factions, you can get essentially a free package when you get into Rise of Iron for every single one. It's a no-brainer. Go ahead and do that and you will get lots of packages on day 1. That leads us to talk about which factions should we edge. You should edge every single one of them, from the Gunsmith to all the factions, everything like that, because they actually talked about in the interview that there are going to be new faction packages for everyone. This also probably includes the Crota's Bane reputation. It could include Petravenge. Just go ahead and rank those up. If you've got some time, go do her bounties. That'll help you rank up, because that's one of the things that they talked about in the new video with Bungie and Game Informer. Next up, which bounties to hold on to, which bounties to keep so you can get a lot of experience. The ones you should be keeping are anything that give you a lot of experience or a lot of reputation. Say, for example, I'm holding on to my Iron Banner bounties to get a lot of experience from those, as well as legendary marks. Those are going to give me 25 legendary marks a pop. Say, for example, I'm keeping all of my weekly Crucible reputation bounties here. It's really smart to hold on to those because those give you experience of 3,750, and it also gives you reputation reputation for the Crucible. Some of you might want to hold on to your gold tier package for, say, for example, Trials of Osiris. This is a really good item. I'm not sure if that's going to decrypt into the Year 3 Rise of Iron Trials of Osiris gear yet. I don't know if it will. I have no idea, but I'm going to keep mine and find out. And if I do, I will make a video about what item I actually got from that. But what you want to do is make sure that you get your reputations and your experience as high as you can. If there's anything that gives you legendary marks, you want to hold on to those. Finally, and last but not least, the week before Rise of Iron comes out, they have hinted at the idea that there will be some things in the new game world, probably in the Cosmodrome, very similar to, like, say, for example, the House of Wolves when they came around, or the Taken when the Taken King came around. There is going to be some kind of a preview activity. Some people talk about, like, in the Dark Below, there were knights that actually were sword bearers and stuff like that on Earth. That's a really cool thing you want to be looking out for. I definitely would say go check out the Cosmodrome after September 8th. That's when the update is actually going to be plugged in to, and it's basically going to make it available to download Rise of Iron. So every single Destiny console has it. If you haven't downloaded Rise of Iron or pre-ordered it, you definitely want to do that because you can get your Iron Gallarhorn and your Iron Gallarhorn Sparrow. Again, you have to complete the quest line to get your Iron Gallarhorn, but to get your Sparrow for free should be something you can pick up right that day, guys. So that is everything on how to prepare for Rise of Iron. My goal was to make the best possible video for you, covering every single aspect, all those items that people forgot, all those items that maybe people kind of just left off the list, so you could be prepared, because I really think that preparing you guys, my audience, is the number one thing. That's one of the reasons why I made this channel, is to help you guys out a ton. So again, if you like this video, if you found something to be helpful, a positive rating would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Rise of Iron content. Again, if you haven't done a raid or something like that, check out my Twitch live streams. I help carry people through the raids all the time. I really enjoy helping out people. Maybe you need that no time to explain and you need to do Vault of Glass. Go ahead and check that out. Come check out my Twitch live streams. I love playing with you guys, and I hope this video helped out a ton. I hope you're excited for Rise of Iron, because I am as well. So until next time, Guardians, I will see you in the universe of Destiny.